Sanibonani, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new show, She Conquers. Igama lami uPhindile Zwane, and I'll be going with you on this awesome journey as we travel the country, sikhuluma nabantu besifazane about some of their challenges, which can range from teenage pregnancy, the spreading of HIV and AIDS, the lack of economic opportunities, which have caused abantu besifazane abaningi ukuthi basebenzise imizimba yabo for imali and materialistic benefits. Kodwa-ke, njengoba the name of the show suggests, the power to decide remains in the hands of the young woman. But before we get into it, let's quickly check out what the show has in store for us. Is that where you find Blesser?
Yes, that's where you find
www.blesserfind.
Ngeke usuzokhona ngegciwane ungene kuyona wazi ubungozi bayo.
Ucele yini wena wacela yini from yakhe?
Yeah, ngicela ukuthi ufuna ukulala na. Yeah.
But the shortcut that the only asset she has got in her life is a private part. It's quite short-sighted and wrong.
Yebo, yes. So besikhuluma ngabo sugar daddy, aka bomureki, aka blessers. And whether we like to admit it or not, a lot of young girls do fall victim to this trap because they want to make ends meet or sustain their lives. Whatever the case may be, these girls certainly do risk a lot just so that they can get a little ahead in life. If I was ukuthi Blesser yini, asizokuthi abantu bathini. Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi uyazi ukuthi yini Blesser?
I think it's someone who pays intombazane to be with him.
Ibona tata baba abadlala nebana babanyaka.
Understand ukuthi why bebizwa ngamaPlesser labo baba kodwa ngenize kuthila labo baba badlala ngengane.
Yilabo baba abadala abahlukumeza abantwana abancane basema-university nabantwana abasezikolweni babadonse ngeimali.
There's a difference between sugar daddy and Blesser.
The difference is sugar daddy, someone umdala, ubaba umdala, utshala nomntwana omncane. Ulala naye and then umupha imali. Blesser, it can be your age group, but they still do the same thing.
Blesser is commonly known as umuntu omdala osebenzisa imali in exchange for sex and other favors from abantu abancane. Okwamanje sayokhuluma noSiphokazi, who decided to leave all this Blesser lifestyle so that she can find her purpose in life. After a bad experience, uSiphokazi decided to quit and she never looked back. Asambeni sethi ibsluthi siyokhuluma noSiphokazi. Koko. Sanibona.
Hello.
Sacela uSiphokazi.
Khuluma naye.
Oh, hi, unjani?
Ngikhona njani?
Ngimuphindile.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, okay. So where do you think we can have this interview?
Kune park nearby that I know. It's number 8.
Okay, that sounds
It's not
nice.
far from here.
Already out doing next.
Nope, I'm
okay,
done. Sambeke. Okay. Mina ngizalelwe la eDiepsloot 1996. Ngihleli 1996 until 2003 when my mom passed away. Ngahamba ngaya ekhaya eStern Cape, ngakhulela eStern Cape until 2010 bengenza grade 7. Ngenza farewell and then maqeda lapho ngabuya ngaze eDiepsloot ngizofunda high school on the side.
So maso phinde wabuya ngapha 2010, what was the difference?
By that time, on Saturdays, there were things that you would do to keep you busy. Like being a dance group, you'd go on Saturdays, being a shows. Yeah, like on Saturdays, shows, this and this.
Yeah.
First week, we sing Nabangani. Second week, sing Hamba show.
Oh, social butterfly.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So manje le ndaba le yama Blesser, when did you firstly hear about it?
It was, that's 2018, 2017. It was 2016.
Oh, just recently?
Yes. This big television, and then this other show came up. And then Sabona, this Sheikha Kulmanga, I was like, hey, because being and then this friend of mine, we were like, let's browse through the internet and check this out. The website was like www.blesserfind.
And what happens there? Is that where you find Blesser?
Yes, that's where you find
www.blesserfind.
It's just simple as that.
Yeah.
So must get information maybe there's a guy who like a bless who's looking for a blessing. Also like details. This is a kind of girl maybe a bit slender, a bit this tall, and dressed like this kind of way. So after that, and then we share my teacher's work. And then then we called, and then that's how I met the first guy.
Is it?
The thing about him, he was like, you don't contact me, you don't SMS me, you don't text me, I'll call you. That was it. I was like, oh, okay, fine.
And then what, he had bought you a phone where he will get hold of you?
No, on my own cell phone, he would just, like out of the blue, he was available money in the account.
Yeah.
And the bad thing about it was that you can't say, hey, I'm busy, I've got things to do. So whatever time I need, you gotta be there.
Or was it something that you didn't care about, you were open about, people would see and hear about it? Or was it something private?
Excuse me. Basically, it was really private, actually.
Why? When you feel were you embarrassed about it?
Yeah, it was, because it was mostly like they find a prostitution.
Why did you guys want to get money this way? And then we were part-times. We couldn't find like a full-time job. All right, so what made you decide to quit?
Because of like incident, like that guy we went out. So mas Puma, and then we went to this pub, and then one cup, and then while he was walking me home, was a group of 6 guys. They like cell phone, mali. We took out the cell phone, mali, and then the guy managed to run away. That's when like but decided like as a group, and then bang shell up, and then after that I collapsed and I fainted. That's what made me decide to quit, because this guy, he would not risk life over internet.
Did it have like any influence on some of the decisions that you made?
Mom, she owned like a property in Guinea. So my dad decided to sell it illegally. And they were not married, West Part. So the thing and needed to Blesser was because firstly, so being worried rent and stuff, because
yeah.
So I think that's the major decision to go into this. Because and then I passed, matric I passed, and then I went to like apply for NSFAS, and then it kept on turning me down. So I was like, you know what? I've been applying things in Katela. I'm just giving up. Let me just go and find a job.
So the system, is also failing us.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Sibukazi, thank you so much for taking your time to sit with us and give us all this information. It was very great. And I hope all the ladies that are sitting, watching, were able to take in a lot from the information yako. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
There's no such thing as the easy way out. Shortcuts don't exist because you always have to pay. You are in charge of your own life. You're in control and you don't have to forfeit it to anyone else. It's your life, so take control and make your own decisions. We're about to go to an ad break right now, but do stay tuned because we're going to go speak to Sonia, who is currently in a relationship with Iblesa. See you soon. So okwamanje sihlangana noSonia uzokhuluma nathi esitshele about her relationship or agreement that she has neBlesser, because she is currently in a relationship or agreement with Blesser. So we're here to hear her side, and usicele ukuthi sihlangane naye at Chisanyama nearby. So let's go check her out.
Hi. Ngiyaphila. Sonia.
Njalo kwanze. Asambike la. Sebona usihlala nje. Bengifuna ukuthi usitshele nje Fred ngawe ukuthi ukhulele kuphi, ukhuliswa ubani, futhi maloku ukhula bomntana kanjani.
Mina kade ngihlale kithi so ngakhuliswa mama.
Kuphi?
Khona iDips.
Oh, okay.
Kade ngihlala nomama nobabami. Enhle family yami yonke. So mama walwa nobabami, so yena nobabami bahlukana, mama mahlaba nendlu yakhe manje sengihlala nobabami.
Uhlala nobabami.
Yeah.
And then mawukhula wena bomntana onjani ngathi ushayi so bomntana oshayi since umncane vele oh all right and then umama yena umgcine nini
everyday ngiyambona
ukuthi nje awuhlali naye endlini
yeah
oh all right so manje ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi indaba le yamablesser uqale nini ukuzwa ngayo
like mina like ngatshela umngane wami ukuthi like like igama lokuthi mablesser ngalizwa ngayo
yeah
ngabona nenye quantum ibhale blesser so
yeah
like wangitshela ukuthi yena kade ejola neblesser so ngamiyeka just ngamanje sejola but naye kibo bangixoshile tasohlala nami
how makakutshela bekanthola ukuthi kenzakalani njani life yakhona
like wangitshela ukuthi life like kuye ngokwakhe life yakhe right so mina ngamtshela ukuthi like angeke ngikwazi like ama-blesser no just like isikhathi sazo
oh wena after isikhathi wow ufuna ukujoin uyoku-introduce kule first blesser ube nayo so benjani the first time
kimi like kade nge-push up like ukuthi
yena ucele ini wena wacela ini from le agreement
like yeah ngicela ukuthi ufuna ukulala naye yeah
so manje kuyona le situation unokufila uncomfortable khona into ongafuna ukuyenza or
yeah like ngishaya like ebafanele
le blesser nangalimali lena uyakwazi ukuzenzela izinto zakho why ufile ngathi ufuna ukungena kule situation la umuntu azokwazi ukupha imali
like yeah mangifuna imali just ngiyanginika
and then imali le wenzani ngayo
ngathenga impahla ngento engishoda ngazo zokugeza
then unangaki
ngithana 18
oh so uqedile esikoleni oh uyasebenza oh okay so uyakunceda yena ukuthi ukwazi ukuzithengela izinto zakho
yeah like manyanga iphela so yanginikeza imali
oh all right so start ukukhuluma noSonia and kule conversation lena yazi I could see ukuthi uSonia is not comfortable and is not happy with the situation that she's in with her blesser, but she's doing this because she wants imali to afford her lifestyle, to buy clothes, do her nails or all these other fancy things. And it had me thinking that maybe a lot of girls are in this situation and they feel like they don't have any other option but to be with this blesser because of money so that they can afford their fancy lifestyle. Okwamanje sayokhuluma neblesser so that we can get to hear and understand his side of the story. But because of the nature of the subject, he only agreed to do this interview on condition that we keep his identity hidden. Let's go hear what the blesser has to say.
Well igama ngengikwazi ukukutshela ke ngiyacabanga ukuthi yazi isizathu ngishadile ngiyacabanga sekuyophela iminyaka eshagalolunye ngishadile nengane embili ekhaya kuseNatali mina ke nganqoma ukuthi ngize la eGoli ngizosebenzela khona ngoba bengibona ukuthi amabhizinisi wami la engikwenzayo abantu engisebenzisana nabo kakhulu bala eGoli manje bekuyinto ukuthi kumele ngilokho ngihamba nje up and down so ngicabanga ukuthi hayi kumele nje ngibe nendawo lana ngikwazi ukuthi mhlawumbe ngihlale isonto mase makunesidingo ngibuyeleke ekhaya mhlawumbe ngempela sonto ke ngisho ngithi kunosuku noma kunento eyenzeka eyangiphonsa kule mpilo engiyiphilayo sengisho ke lokhu ukuthi ngibe nabanye abantu engiphilisana nabo noma engizwana nabo ngoba umuntu okwaziyo ukuba nezinto kuye kube nabantu abafisayo ukuzwana nawe ngoba befuna ukuthi wena ubanikeze ingxenye yalento nayo so ngasho kanjalo ngeke ngisho ukuthi kunala kwaqala khona kunento eyenzeka ngiyacabanga manje ngiku number 6 esengizwana kuyena yeah number 6 kodwa ke manje nababili engizwana nabo siphethene kahle nje ku right nabo futhi abakwebhani bayazana isivumelwano sethu kulobudlelwano ukuthi bona bathola into abayifunayo nami ngithola into engiyifunayo ngokuthi ngiyamkhokhela irent, ngiyamthengela ingubo zokugqoka, kanti ke ngiyakwazi ukuthi ke nemoto ke lencane la ishayelayo lo nomunye ngikwazi ukuthi ngimsize ngama-installment. So kwemali nje ukuthi ngimsize nje iyona nto esilokhu njengayo ehlangene ngayo ukuthi naye ke uyakwazi ukuthi angijabuliseke ngendlela zethu mase sihlangana. Kahle kahle ke ukuyibeka nje phecelezi inika isivumelwano sethu. Uthola into oyifunayo ngithola into engiyifunayo nami. Abanye abantu bangacabanga ukuthi ngiyahlukumeza noma ngenzani. Sasikhuluma ngengane la, umuntu uza azongena enento ayifunayo ngenhloso yakhe, angihlukumeze umuntu. Uma umuntu efuna ukuphuma futhi kulento angathatha nje izikhwama zakhe aphume ngoba ngeke sakhona ukukhokhela lento, angiyekele phansi. Ngeke ngisho ukuthi labe ngizona naba omahosha babhekene nami kuphela futhi bajabulisa mina kuphela ngokwesivumelwano sethu. Omahosha benza into yabo le ekhoneni futhi nje bamukela umuntu wonke nje edlulayo, idlule chama. Uma wena uyozingela ufike la phambili usushawa inyoka, uhambile wayehlathini, uyazi ukuthi kuneyinyoka, ngeke ukuthi uma usubuyele ekhaya, uma uyakwazi ukubuyela ekhaya, ngeke ukuthi usubuyele ekhaya uthi cha la ekhaya ngiyahlukunyezwa, it's not fair. Iyafana-ke lento ngokuthi ngeke usuzokhononda ngegciwane noma usuyithola usukhulelwe ungene kuyona wazi ubungozi bayo, ungazokhononda ngento engekho la uma usulimele. I would not recommend impilo yobu blessing njengoba nisho-ke kundodakazi yami. Ngiyazi ungangibuza futhi nje ukuthi yindaba ngeke ngivume uma ngaba mina ngenza lokho ngikwenzayo. Kulula ngoba indodakazi yami futhi nje akuhlangene nomunye umuntu, lokho indodakazi yami. It's simple nje ngoba indodakazi yami.
Ucabangani ngayo nendaba le yamabless?
Like bafetha like baroba le bana ba banyana and like bafetha le bakradi HIV into so wabo.
I know if you've got the money and you've got everything, I don't see the problem of that.
Abothere mabangafunda ukuthi bahambe bayofunda basebenze begrand bakhohle ukuthi manje ke bafuna abantu abazobathengela izinto bazobakrasha.
Ingirakibe is emotional like abantwana abaningi basitshela ukuthi is the only way to survive. They can go to school and they can use their talents and go out there and do something about their lives.
Ayisiphathi kahle thina singabazali base South Africa eMzansi ngoba abantwana bethu abakhona ukuqhubekela phambili ngemfundo, baba ama teenage pregnant ngendaba yalezo imali lezo abasitholayo kulabo baba laba bamablessa, but destroy impilo zabantwana bethu. Balabo baba abanye bashiya imizi yabo, amanye ama divorce and bazoceda impilo zabantwana.
The story of Sipho Kazi is a story of many young girls of age. You'll be aware that in 2016, the then Deputy President, Cyril Ramaphosa, who is presently the President of the country, on the 24th of June 2016, he launched a program called Whole Government, Whole Society Program, specifically targeting young girls between the ages of 15 to 24 years because of the problems of HIV, AIDS, teenage pregnancy, and many other problems about them. It says we must link girls of that age group to skills and economic opportunities so that they get less reliant on people, men specifically, who promise them a good life and end up impregnating them and also end up infecting them. We have got funding from the Global Fund, the German Development Bank, PEPFAR, and our own source of funding. We're going to run this campaign, She Conquers, for 3 years, and it has got 3 billion rand for that period of 3 years. One of the things that made us think about launching this program was a research that was done in 14 Eastern and Southern African countries. Among those 14 countries, it was found that the rate of HIV/AIDS is moving at the speed of 5,000 new infections per week. And the bad news is that more than 2,000 of those infections are happening here in our country, in South Africa, and the remaining 13 countries share the other half. So it's in our country, it's even worse and even more urgent, this problem that we are faced with. You know, when I was young at medical school, there was a speaker, a very powerful speaker, who used to say, the black man is sick because he's poor, and he becomes poorer because he's sick. The lifestyles of many black people exposes them to diseases because of poverty. It is quite short-sightedness, and while I do understand the economic conditions that pushes people to do certain things that are extreme, as Sipokas was explaining, that this thing of blessers is no different from prostitution. But there are those who will get HIV and AIDS, there are those who will get sexually transmitted diseases, even dangerous ones like hepatitis, there are those who will get pregnant. It always ends up in tears. But in the final analysis, the choice is yours really. What you want to do with your life, whether you want shortcuts in your life, whether you want hard work, is their choice, it's the choice of the young person. They must not believe it's inevitable that the only way for a young person from a poor community to come out of poverty is through selling their bodies. It's not inevitable at all.
Different circumstances lead people to making radical decisions about le ndlela abakhetha ukuphila impilo zabo ngayo. Often, these are young and vulnerable women who are from difficult backgrounds, fighting poverty and other socio-economic inequalities. These blessers are manipulative people who take advantage of that. The argument that is presented by Ama Blesser, yoguthi this is a nigga-nigga relationship, is the same argument presented by Ama drug dealers to excuse themselves. Mhlawumbe Ama Blessers need to consider ukuthi they are also putting their own lives at the risk of contracting diseases and unfortunately passing them on to their significant others and ruining the lives of imndeni yabo. Njengoba uzwile kule episode yangamhlanje, not everything is sugar and roses when it comes to Ama Blessers. Muntu omusha, take care of yourself. To be a part of the conversation, visit our website sheconquerssa.co.za or check out our various social media pages. Well, that's it for today's episode. Igama lami uPhindile Zwane. Goodbye for now, till next time.